children. We all have been children. And some here will even have raised children. But despite all that experience, why do we still, from time to time, have situations where we don't quite understand them that well? Well, my name is Caylee, and today I would like to share a video with my audience. So, what I would like to highlight here was not just because I was cute as a child, but it was a specific moment in this video that I wanted to highlight. Here I was being fed milk, where milk should be tracked. Am I right? This was how picky I was when I was a child, where data says that 1 in 8 moms experience postpartum depression. And the National Institute of Health from the US says that one of the leading causes of this is stress. And stress could come from many ways, including handling children picky eating. So, when there's an issue, there would always be causes. So, what are the causes of this issue?
So, what are the causes of picky eating? Well, firstly, children are usually. I'm Luke, and the reasons behind it are fascinating. Firstly, children are unfamiliar with like new foods such as maybe taste, textures, or smells. This can happen because their developing brain are actually easily to be overstimulated by new sensory experiences. This is also known as food neophobia. Research by Yong-Xia Wang and his team shows that 50 to 75% of children worldwide experiences this. Second, the modern world heavily markets processed foods and fast foods through advertisements and the entertainments that children watch. This can heavily change their preferences and makes them crave more unhealthy foods rather than healthy foods. Lastly, when picky eating becomes extreme, parents may feel exhausted or maybe even give in since they are tired of their children, hard to eat. They might even allow their children to eat fast foods because to make sure that their children actually eat something and not have an empty stomach. While it is understandable, it is not ideal because it might actually reinforce their picky eating habits. For example, in Perth, Australia, Tomo News covered news about a boy, a 16-year-old boy, who exclusively only ate potatoes, bread, KFC, and drinks Coke, to the point where he almost lost his eyesight. And that was also due to his parents allowing him to do it without any restrictions. So that is all the 3 causes. I'll pass it to Abby.
Thank you, Luke. When there are causes, there are consequences that leads to its actions. Especially, I'm Abby. These causes are very common in everyday life, especially when we see children. When we see children are influenced by what they watch, such as YouTube, TikTok, and other social medias. But however, one major consequences caught my eye, which is malnutrition. Malnutrition is when children barely get essential vitamins and also nutrients, which it can affect on their development of growth. As a result, this experience where children can experience exhaustion and low energy. However, it Okay, let's go to the second consequences. When children grow low energy. What do I do? Aku lupa. Where children could get sleepy and tired in school and unfocused when they lack of eating and get not a lot of nutrients or entertaining daily activities. Can I just go to Kenzo? Can I just pass on to Kenzo, please? Yeah, go.
Okay, so for the last consequence is that children could experience food trauma, where children could actually remember this until they grow up. Are your children going to remember the food trauma they experienced as a child, or the patience and understanding their parents put in? So let me show you. There are two boxes in the screen. One is filled with toys, and the other one is filled with fruits. Which one would the children pick? Of course, they would pick the toys, where children like to interact with toys. But what if we could combine them both? Where, as parents, we know that our children need the essential nutrients and fruits to grow up well. But as children, they just want to play all around all day. So this is our solution. Foodie friends.
So my name is Kenzo, and I would like to elaborate further about our solution, which is an app we made called Foodie Friends. We made this app because we want to help children that are picky eaters learn to eat healthy food in a fun and easy way. But before that, I would like all of you to scan this QR code to access and take a look at our website more easily. So, in the home page, all of you would see fun characters like vegetables to make the website seem more fun and interesting for kids to take a look at. And we also include 2 SDG goals, which is SDG goal number 3, that is good health and well-being, and SDG goal number 4, which is quality education. So on the next page, we have our app features. These app features allow kids to join challenges, play mini games, and track their progress using their profile. We also share healthy recipes that are fun and interesting, such as banana peanut bites, cheesy egg muffins, and our own homemade recipe, which is Dippy Doo. Dippy Doo is a vegetable cracker filled with all the needed nutrients for kids to have as a snack. This shows how healthy eating can be easy to make and delicious while still giving kids the right amount of nutrients they need to have optimal growth. Now, in this part, this is another important part, which is context and evidence. We show we show 2 examples of case studies that of picky eaters that because of that made them lead to bad health, bad health. And we also provide data. We also provide data that proves that picky eating can affect a child's health in the future to be affected in bad ways such as malnutrition and stunted growth. We also include action and solution with biblical values to encourage people to take care of their bodies, like how the Bible says that our body is the temple of God, so we need to take care of it. Lastly, we have the author's message. In this page, we share our opinions on why we made the app and how the app can help children that are picky eaters to live a healthier life.
So, what is our summary in this presentation? This is our purpose, where we care for children and parents as God has cared for us. Where a quote by Vince Gauman says, he is an author from Canada, where he writes books and focuses on personal growth, where he focuses on children and is a child advocate which promotes children's creativity. He says that education begins the moment we see children as innately wise and capable beings. Only then can we play along in their world. So, Vince says that to enter a child's mind, we need to see them eye to eye. Where are your children going to remember the frustration and pressure we give as a child? Or are they going to remember the understanding, compassion, and love we give them in the household? Because whether we have enough time or not, we need to educate them before we grow up. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about raising children. It's also about raising the future generation of Indonesia today. Thank you and God bless you.